Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How
So,
is everyone?
yes, welcome to the dark roast, everyone. I am just hooking up the lovely roast here. There we go. You're looked up. All right. So, today, my beautiful co host, Rose Short, and myself, Dawna Strohl, if you haven't seen us before, we are going to be talking about diversifying income here on the dark roast, specifically how it relates to those who do online marketing. Obviously,
Yes.
there's lots of different ways to diversify income, but for us in the online space, it can get a little hairy sometimes because we put all our focus on one thing, and then you end up like all those Etsy people who lose their shops and all of a sudden they have no money.
Yes. No good.
Nope. All right. So, first thing we should probably talk about is what is income diversification and how it pertains to online marketing.
Yes. So oftentimes we think of income diversification as like, I have two jobs, which is great. But the nice thing about online is you can have 8 or 9 sources of income, all off of generally the same content. It's just being posted in different places and monetized in different places. So it's the benefit of having multiple jobs without destroying your health.
You don't need to work 60 hours a week to have 5 streams of income. Yes.
Exactly.
Or 80 or 100. Yes.
Yes.
So, say you're an affiliate marketer. Okay. So, you have that one thing that you do. Now, when we first start out, most people go balls to the wall and everything is focused on that. But
Yes.
you can build around that. You don't have to just do that. You could also do digital products, or you could start building out your own courses or coaching or whatever. If you're a freelancer, maybe you do web design, and then you can also take that and build out around that so that it's not all just if you don't have clients, then you don't have income,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. So that's one of the great things about social media and things like YouTube, stuff like that, because YouTube monetizes, Facebook monetizes, Instagram kind of monetizes. It's kind of playing around with coming back with Reels bonuses and things like that, but they've been saying that for years. You can make sales with Pinterest, blogs monetize, and all of these things can point back to each other to where maybe someone finds your YouTube video, watches your YouTube video, and there's a link to your blog, goes and reads through your blogs, and maybe there's an affiliate link or a link to a product in your blog, and they click it, they buy. You now made money from YouTube because they watched the video. You've made money from your blog because they've read your blog, and now you're making money from the product. So right there is already 3. It's all stuff that you are already talking about just on separate platforms.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of all these different platforms and their different monetization structures. Even with Canva, you like to design. You can create templates and stuff like that and sell that on Etsy or Gumroad or wherever or on your own shop. You can do that. All right. So you're selling the physical product or the digital product of you put your effort and time in. But you can also become a Canva content creator, and then they will monetize. And anytime people use your pro products, you're going to get income from that. And then you can take all that knowledge that you have and you can create how-to videos because you're doing it anyway. So why not do a how-to video, put that on your YouTube, and now you're building up that and you're getting it. So again, so it doesn't have to just be one type of thing, which I
Yep.
think is really nice because anybody can diversify no matter what structure you're in. Love
Even
it.
with the video templates, right? You can do Canva templates. You can also CapCut templates that pays creators. I think a lot of people on TikTok are making money off the audios because they're creating audios and stuff like that. So there's so many ways. You just got to find them.
Yeah, and it's always good to start where you are and branch out. So if you are somebody who uses social media specifically, like say your Facebook is where you're using most of it, get yourself monetized, right? So you're driving traffic organically through your Facebook. You're trying to get them to your affiliate or your digital products or whatever. Then monetize so that you're all that work you're doing gets a little extra bump, right?
Yep.
And
Sponsored, right?
yep.
Sponsorships are a big thing, especially for like pet channels. BarkBox, I know, does a lot of. I don't know if they actually sponsor, but I know they do affiliate program. if there's a company you really like that you just happen to use a lot of their stuff and you want to talk about it, reach out to them. We've done it before with the dogs account where we reached out to a company and we're like, hey, we want to do a review on this product. We just want to make sure like there's an affiliate program or anything like that. And they were like, well, there's not, but like we'll definitely track, will come to us from you. And then we had something broke and we reached out to them and we're like, hey, this broke. Can we order just this part or do we need the whole thing? And they were like, that shouldn't have broke. Ended up sending us a couple free beans just because one, they already knew that we were doing reviews on them, and two, like stood behind their product. So that was really cool. So even if there's not an affiliate program or a sponsorship that you know of, you can always reach out and ask.
Well, yeah. And so sponsorships are great for things like YouTube, right? Because if you've got a sponsor, I mean, you set up, they're going to give you some extra deals, or they might give you a coupon code that you can give to your viewers and that sort of thing. And that'll just up your sales and that kind of stuff. And maybe get some new customers or clients who just are, were watching you and now they have a reason to actually buy from you. Mm-hmm. So you're getting money from their views, and then you're getting money from the fact that they've decided that they're going to follow through and purchase something from you. And I mean, your emails are another way, right?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah. So
sure. Marketing is still lucrative as much as people like to think it's dead, as long as you're doing it correctly and not being spammy, of course.
Oh, well, but that's the same thing with your video marketing or blogs or anything else. If you're going to go the spam road, if you're going to be just pumping out garbage in, garbage out, right? You're not, and that doesn't mean to say that if you're not gaining traction right away with your videos that it's necessarily spammy, but it might just need some tweaking. You might need to look at when your people are most active. You can do that through your analytics and stuff like that. And yeah, it takes a little time to find your stride, but if you're being spammy, right? You know it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, someone's going to tell you that it's a spam, because people have no problem telling you when it's spam. So
oh yeah, they're not always correct, but a lot of times,
yeah, if you get more than one person going, this is spam, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the platforms too also offer memberships. So YouTube has a membership option when you're not quite monetized but partially monetized. Instagram, when you have enough followers, there's a membership option, and that's just another way that you can create some really more in-depth knowledge content, especially if you are talking about like how-tos and things like that. But it's a really good way to give early access to your subscribers, make a little bit extra money, and maybe offer your subscribers some extra deals as well to entice people to buy. Those are a great way, or just even creating your own memberships, right? Like we did with Ice Wellness. That's our own subscription that we created to help people really get the most out of their cold plunge therapy.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, that falls into courses as well, right? You can, once you've got the knowledge, you can build out your courses. Now you can use your how-to as a draw to get them in. You're giving them the upper levels, and then they want to get more information, so they'll reach out to you, or you can promote that. And if you're going to be doing it anyways, take all those how-to videos and put them together and create your own course. You can do it digitally. You can do it written. You can do it as a video. You can do it as a mesh. Simple enough. And I struggle with this. I get in my own way. We were talking about this before I came on, where I'm like, yeah, but I'm always in my own way. And we do that to ourselves. We get all this information for a lot of people who've been in the business for a while. I mean, if you've been in it for over a year and you've done more than just a done for you or resell rights, where you're just reselling something and not actually learning. But most people who've been in it for a year plus, they've learned some stuff. So you can put together a course, and you're just trying to reach people who are a little bit behind you, right? So don't think that you can't, even if your brain is being a dick.
It's so funny you're talking about that, because freelance services is another way. And you are so good at creating Facebook covers, and I don't think you charge for them. And you do so much in Canva to help people. I love that you're so helpful. At the same time, I'm like, girl, charge $5. Do something.
Well, and it's funny because I do with book covers and book editing, right? I charge for it. And so I do horror, right? Which is a very niche. That's where I like to play. But I've done romance and I've done thriller and stuff like that. And it's a load of fun for me. I enjoy it. So it's a great way for you to take your skills, in my case, book editing, book design, marketing, that sort of stuff, and combine it all into one space. And so, yes, I do charge for books and some marketing material, but no, I don't charge for any of the Canva stuff. But I am looking at doing that because I think it's time for me to switch over into something where it really feeds my passion, which is design. I love doing. I get lost for hours. Wait, was I doing something? What? I have children to feed? What?
I totally get that. Although my fur babies are very pushy when they're hungry, so they're hard to forget.
The thing about going freelance is you got to remember that you're trading your time for money. So if you can build around that, so if you are a designer, say, look into the other areas that you can diversify that income, right? So you're building, you're freelancing your information out. While you're doing it, create those tutorials. While you're doing it, create a cheat sheet or a document that you can sell as a digital product. While you're doing it, maybe you also promote different tools that you have. So if you are using a pro version of something that's really helpful for you and they have an affiliate, make yourself an affiliate. And that way you're getting some more money that's passive while you're still doing something that you love.
Yeah. And the nice thing about going that route, right, is then it becomes evergreen content. And so there are so many creators who have been posting on Facebook, or not Facebook, sorry, YouTube for like 10 years. They've got a ton of affiliate links from videos they made maybe 9 years ago, but they're still making that revenue because new people are still finding their videos. So often when we think evergreen, we think like drip campaigns or we think things like that. But YouTube is really a great place for and blogs for evergreen content, because if someone finds a new video, they're likely going to go back and watch a lot of your old ones. And maybe some of your old ones are cringy because you didn't really know what you were doing. But you know what? It's fine. We all get better as we do stuff. And the only way you're going to get better is if you just do it.
Yes, Mom. And it goes for blogs as well, because I know that for me, I do a search. I do Google searches. Like a lot of people I'll do Google and it always brings me to YouTube. So I sort of search both of them. I treat them both as my search engines. But if I get a blog, I will look, if it's 2002, but it's something that's a little bit more, has had some changes, then I won't read that. But if it's 2014 and I know that the market or the information that I need hasn't changed that much, I'll read it. And then I'll see if they've done any updates or anything else like that, or changed any kind of information. So yeah, again, evergreen, right? And there are certain companies that are just out there, like Bluehost. If you're a web designer, you use Bluehost, or you use GoDaddy, or you use Go High Level. All of these things have affiliate options for you where you can make money while you're still doing what you're doing, your passion, the thing that you enjoy.
Yep. And that's the beauty of it. Like I said, even if, let's say, you are an Etsy creator and you're doing like some crafts, right? You don't have to give away your entire process. You could do a video on how you make time for it, how you organize, how you come up with ideas, stuff like that, because people love a story. It's more and more people are more interested in the story than the product. And so, I think that's why unboxing videos are so popular. Like, how many people are making really good money because they unbox stuff on YouTube? And it's just because people love a story. They love the surprise. They love not knowing. So there's so many different ways that you can take what you're already doing and get paid for it. And I know it's weird to a lot of people. It was weird to me because I was like, no one's going to care what I'm talking about on YouTube. I had the same problem you did. I was way too far in my head. And then finally I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to do it and see what happens.
That's where I need to go. Hello, puppers.
I knew that was coming. Sorry, guys.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
She's very needy this morning.
So
yeah, it's dogs. People love dogs, so we're monetizing the dogs channel as well.
Yeah, and there's different ways that you can do that. You can do that through merchandise, right? There's so many PODs out there. So if you say you're doing a lifestyle, you have a lifestyle channel or a lifestyle blog, you can do all sorts of things. If you're cooking, if it's a cooking lifestyle, or even homesteading, or your dogs, there are so many opportunities for products and affiliate stuff, books, education, things that you can create. So you've got your physical products, you've got your digital products, you've got your courses or your how-tos that you can do. And you can still do the things you love. You don't even have to monetize the thing that you love doing. Like you like to knit or crochet. You can just do videos of you crocheting, but sell everything around that where you're selling. People aren't forcing you to like create so that your hobby is no longer fun, right? Your hobby can still be fun, but you have all these other opportunities to sell the crochet hooks and the patterns and to create the patterns and all those kinds of things that you can do to diversify and still enjoy what you're doing.
And honestly, that part's really fun. The dogs have two different stores. They have one on Zazzle and one on Spreadshirt, I think is the one that YouTube uses. And just creating those products has been a blast. So it is so much fun, yeah. And eventually we'll have dark roast coffee cups too. We just need y'all to support the YouTube channel and get it monetized.
Yeah, come on, people. Love us.
Please. Making finances sexy. That's another podcast that I do that we were talking about earlier. All about finances in general. I podcast with a friend of mine who is an instructor with the company 101 Financial, which teaches people how to budget, how to actually evaluate their cash flow, all that kind of stuff. And we've talked about merch as well. The only problem is each store is dependent. Like you can't have multiple stores on one YouTube. So like right now, of course, this my channel's monetized, but it's my Ice Wellness store that I have going because of my Wellness Wednesday videos. Whereas maybe when Jess's gets monetized, we'll put it on hers. But so that's kind of annoying, but you can still sell it in other ways, right? Zazzle, you can always share. You turned me on to Zazzle, and I love them. The quality is amazing.
Isn't the quality really good? Yeah, no, I have a Zazzle store which has a fair amount of stuff in it. And it's funny because here's talk about super passive income. Whenever the mood strikes me, I go on a creation binge and I upload a bunch of crap and then I forget about it. Now I have probably 3 or 4 things on Zazzle that sell rather consistently. I don't make a ton of money on it, but they sell rather consistently and they're just silly things. Like I have a postcard or I have a design and it's on everything. I've got postcards and aprons and all the rest of it. And it's straight text, but it's funky text. And it just says, I am not weird. You are just woefully unaccustomed to this level of awesome. And it sells quite regularly. And another one that I have that sells regularly is a gratitude jar. And it's basically the whole idea is you just write one thing you're grateful for every day and you just stick it in there. And there's a little notepad in a jar. And at the end of the year, you pull it out and you look at all the things you were grateful for so you can have a good year, right? Sells Christmas, sells all throughout the year. It's just, and another one is just a bunch of love everywhere. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of text and love. But I don't do anything to actively promote this. It just makes me a little bit of money. So what is your YouTube handle for your financial?
That's a good question. I just updated it, so I have to look. That's probably not good. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Because I know that you guys are busy with that quite a bit. So
my channel officially is Chronica Luxury, Time, Freedom, and Whole Wellness.
And that's where you guys do it?
Yes.
I'm going to put up a banner. That's why I'm asking.
There we go.
So that's what I wanted right there.
All right. Sorry, guys. Took us a while.
That's okay. You know what? They love us because that's how we are, right?
That's fair. Yeah. I haven't figured out we're a little off our game by now then.
Now, so this is our banner. Where is it? Show. Chronica Luxury. That is where you want to go for your financial one. And how you guys do that once a week as well?
Yes. So that one we post on Mondays versus this one going out on Fridays.
She's a busy girl. She's got Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Sometimes Tuesdays if I have affiliate marketing stuff to talk about. So yeah, I stay busy.
You stay very busy, very, very, very busy. But that's because you're busy diversifying your own income streams. I mean, you do real estate, you have your Ice Wellness, which is your own thing. You've got your financial stuff, you got your dogs. So yeah, you're
and again, it's all stuff that I'm just interested in anyway.
Yeah, so. And I think that helps a lot. If you're looking to diversify off of something that you enjoy, because otherwise it's just going to be work.
Yeah.
Right? We all jump into online thinking, make money fast. And then burnout happens.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
not.
again, there are tools that I use that help me avoid the burnout. So, repurpose is a huge one for me because it just makes video posting so much easier rather than having to edit the video and then go in and post it on the Instagram, which shares to the Facebook, which is great, but then post it on TikTok and then post it on Pinterest and then post it as a YouTube short. Repurpose allows me to post it in one place and set up workflows to where it posts everywhere else, which has been a game changer since I run 4 accounts. So there are definitely tools out there that will assist you if you do have multiple interests,
Yeah,
just to
I
help
know
with
that
that.
Metricool also will allow you to schedule out.
Hmm.
And the only thing with Metricool, and it's the same with Go High Level, is that you have to have business accounts.
Yes.
So
A
it's scheduled
repurpose
to a
as well.
page, but not a personal account. They will for your TikTok, and I believe that they will for your Instagram, but I'm not having a business account on Instagram is super easy. So there's no reason why you shouldn't have one if you're running a business. Facebook is a little bit more different. Having a professional page still doesn't qualify for a lot of them, which is really frustrating because a page is it's better if you're doing faceless. I feel like a page is better if you're faceless, right? Because you're building a
Yeah.
brand and you're building something that's, or if you're a coach and you want to sort of really build that out that way. I mean, I use a page for publishing, but I wouldn't, I use my personal for personal. But
Yeah.
for this, having a professional page is really all I want. I don't want to
Yeah.
have another thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you were saying, memberships groups is another place where you can do limited information
Mhm.
that's very specific to only the people in your groups. Keep your groups private, and
Yep.
then you
Learned
can
that one the
create.
hard way.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
everybody.
yeah.
But at any rate, boys
Uh,
and girls, I think that's really. I don't know. Is there anything else that you want to add as far as diversification that we did not touch on?
there was something in my brain, and now
I
it's
talked over it.
gone away, gone the way of the dodo. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I will say, the Making Finances Sexy podcast, we do cover a lot of what we cover here as well. But we do go a little bit further in depth into like real estate side or just the finance side in general. So there is some crossover if you've watched these podcast episodes. They're still really cool. And then if you're interested, check out the Wellness Wednesday videos too, which are all about spas and what they do to you. So if you're interested in cold therapy or at least in why it's so popular, yeah, check those out.
There you go. So, ways to diversify, just to go over really quickly. You've got your affiliate marketing, which you can do either with courses, products, whatever, right? And you can do that in a million different places. Then you've got your digital products. Those are your planners or your cheat sheets or your schedulers, all those kinds of things. You've got sponsored content, which is great for things like your YouTube or TikTok, where or even your Instagram. That's what influencers use a lot of, is sponsored content. You've got your online courses and memberships. Now that can be actual in a course place, or you can do it through email. You can do it through Facebook groups, wherever you want to create something that's a little bit more private. Your memberships, like you said, through YouTube and areas like that, you can have a membership and then that's very private. You've got your freelance services, which is time for money, but you can build around that. So don't let it stress you out. So now we're going to talk about, what is it? Tips for successful income diversification. That's your skills, interests, and what your audience needs. And also your interests. Make sure it's something that you like. Right. And then you don't want to spread yourself too thin.
No.
Okay. And invest in your time.
Read your analytics.
Yes. And because you can't improve if you don't pay attention to what's working and what's not working. And then the
Be
same as with
patient.
every little thing. Consistency, what?
Most overnight successes are because they put in years of hard work.
Persistence plus patience equals progress.
Yes, yes. Do not think that just because you didn't succeed in 30 days that it's not the thing, right? It takes time. It takes energy. It takes the days of why am I even doing this? But the reality is, with all the tools we have available to us nowadays, there's no reason not to have multiple income streams.
Yeah. And if you're struggling, reach out, because we've struggled, we know, and we have a good support system behind us. We've got some really great people who are helping, we can sound off to, who offer different ideas and suggestions. So we want to be able to pass that along to you as well. So if you're struggling or if you have questions, by all means, hit us up or drop them in the comments. Okay.
Yes.
If there's something that you would like us to talk about that we haven't talked about, by all means, again, drop a comment or hit us up, because we like to know. And if you're watching this on replay, drop a hashtag replay. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe, people. Subscribe.
Yes, Dawna will for sure drop the link to the Dark Roast YouTube channel, so you guys can
I
go
will.
support us there.
We're getting there. Now, we did not have one last week because our techno gremlins lost their mind on us. And
fun.
that was terrible. That was awful. So, what would you like to talk about next week, my dear?
God, there's so much stuff we could just deep dive into. You know what? Let's caveat off what we were already talking about, and let's talk about how do you build out a subscription service or a membership.
That sounds fantastic. So there you go. Memberships, subscriptions, how to bring in that recurring income for yourself.
Yes.
Because recurring income is awesome. All right. So I will link up the podcast in the comments once I'm off here, because I got to go and grab that link. And thank you so much for joining us today. I hope everyone has an awesome Friday and a great weekend. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.